Welcome to the Palm Beaches TV Now. I'm your host, Theo Dorsey. Today, we're shining a spotlight on the highly anticipated Season 9 premiere of On the Town in the Palm Beaches with Frank Licari. Frank is kicking off Season 9 with a fresh look at some iconic locations in Palm Beach County, Florida that continue to inspire visitors and locals. From a legendary resort reimagined to one of the highest views in the county, this episode is all about rediscovering the classics. Let's jump into it. Frank takes us inside one of the most iconic resorts in Florida. The Boca Raton has been a beacon of luxury for nearly a century, and its new era blends timeless elegance with bold, modern flair. From world-class dining to reimagined spaces to get you recharged, this OG favorite has never looked better.
Your responsibility of taking on such an iconic landmark in this county.
But I think it's also humbling to be the 9th or 10th leader of such an iconic property over the last 100 years. You're really stewarding it for a very short chapter in its very lengthy history.
Right.
The cloister is the beginning of the overall resort, 1926. Meisner, fresh off of all of the beautiful mansions he did in Palm Beach, found this sleepy little farm community and decided to become a developer, not just an architect, and decided he needed a hotel. They built the hotel and then the community grew around it. The cloister was the initial cloister inn, and we still have that original part. It's one of my favorite parts. We call it the members entrance, has the original ceiling and doors there, and the rest of the resort really evolved around that over the next 100 years.
So when Meisner's sort of stamp is all over this place,
Yes.
Are there spots specifically that have been preserved?
Absolutely. That original entrance, the cathedral dining room, which is right off of Palm Court, the historic fountain in the front courtyard when you arrive, and all of the arches that you see behind us. This cloister walk is original to the property, so everything we could keep, the barrel, tile, roof, etc.
But you're modernizing as well as keeping the old, which is unique.
Yes, our 950 rooms are really spread over 5 lodging properties, and so we have tried to be true to the beach club in that renovation. The iconic tower was built in the late 60s, so we renovated that to a mid-century modern. The cloister rooms, we are returning them to a contemporary feel for the modern traveler, but we're using wood floors and things that Meisner would have used in his work. So we're always trying to pay a nod to Meisner. We don't want to mess with the fabric of what's been here for 100 years because the property really is iconic.
Now, we're heading north for one of the best views in the county. And trust me, you'll definitely want to go and experience this breathtaking 360-degree view that stretches from the Loxahatchee River to the Atlantic Ocean.
I just finished climbing the 105 steps of the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse. Now, it's definitely a challenge, but look at this view. The Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse has guided ships and watched this area grow for over 160 years, and it's still standing.
It's still always pretty darn cool to walk up and get to the base of it.
Yes, it is.
How many times have you made this walk and you said?
I can't count anymore.
Yeah.
After over 10 years, there's no way to keep that number.
It's an amazing view. You can
Best
see every
view of the Palm Beaches.
Yeah.
You got the inlet, you have the Loxahatchee River, the Indian River, Jupiter, you can see down to Juno Beach. It's really wonderful.
Talk to me about the evolution of where we come from.
The land itself has had over 8,000 years of history, 8,000 years of habitation here. So starting with the very early Native Americans through our shipwreck days, through the pioneer times of Jupiter, we've had all 5 branches of the military on site at one point or another. And then of course, our beautiful lighthouse built in 1860. This and the oil house next to it is the oldest standing building in Palm Beach County.
Is that right?
It is.
Oh, wow.
But I love to say with 8,000 years of habitation here, it means Jupiter has always been the perfect place to live.
Right? That's good. That's good. It's very good. Why is this still important to preserve?
So the lighthouse itself is still an active aid to navigation. It still comes on every night with its signature characteristic, or how the light flashes. Right. You could still find your way home based on the light.
It's amazing. Not just the lighthouse, you've got a museum here too.
Our museum is housed in our historic World War II Naval Married Men's Quarters.
Wait,
The historic
go back,
barracks.
Naval Married Men's Quarters?
Yes, so back in World War II,
Yeah.
we were the Secret Station J. So the building was built in 1942 and housed 6 apartments for the married men.
Okay.
Our museum has 7 rooms about the different history of our area. We have other historic museums on site as well. We have the oldest home in Jupiter, not in its original location.
Okay.
We have the Tyndall Family Pioneer Home. It was built in 1892, originally a few miles upriver, but we moved it here for preservation, and now it's a museum exhibit. So you can walk through and experience what life would have been like here in Jupiter in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
The view never gets old, and it shows us why this towering OG landmark is still lighting the way. For our final stop, we head to a cultural treasure that has been entertaining audiences for over a century. The Lake Worth Playhouse is one of the oldest performance venues in all of South Florida. It's an OG favorite that continues to uplift, inspire, and celebrate the arts. Frank goes behind the curtain for a quick history lesson about how this cultural gem keeps its heart beating with community, creativity, and passion.
How many incarnations of this space would you say it's gone through?
This building has gone through 4 lives, 4 different distinct lives. The first life was the Oakley brothers, Lucian and Clarence, built this building for the silent film era. We had a devastating hurricane in 1928 to hit Palm Beach County, and then also the Depression. They lost a lot of money and they went bankrupt. It was taken over by a company called Publix Theaters, and then they were bought out by Lowe's. And Lowe's Theaters, they turned it into the Worth Theater, and it showed regular modern theater, you know, when sound became available. And that went through the 40s and the 50s and into the 60s. In the 60s, something became available in America was multiplex theaters. And the multiplex theaters actually put all these single movie houses out of business. So the building sat here empty. At that time, there was a little community theater group that was performing in the city hall across the street called the Lake Worth Playhouse. And so they took the opportunity of buying the building. And so we've been here for 50 years.
That's an incredible story. What a history. Because it is a community theater,
Yeah.
it feels like everybody feels like this is a home.
Because we have so many people from so many different walks of life. Everybody comes here, and it's a place where people can let all that go and work on a common goal and forge these relationships. But also, they're talented people.
Yes.
We do 6 large main stage shows a year. We have a smaller studio theater next door. All of our performers are volunteer. I would say about 300 volunteers a year will come through here to work.
The season 9 premiere of On the Town in the Palm Beaches reminds us that starting fresh often means rediscovering the places that stood the test of time. And this season of On the Town in the Palm Beaches with Frank Licari is off to an unforgettable start. Stream the full season 9 premiere on thepalmbeaches.tv and join Frank all season long as he takes a fresh look at the icons, stories, and hidden gems that make our destination one of a kind. I'm Theo Dorsey. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And tune in next Tuesday at noon for another episode of PBTV Now.